And we are live.
Hello, everyone. Well, oh wow, I fucked up there.
And we are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the VRYou Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2, where we have I'm Nothing But a Fan as a guest, and today I'm here with I'm Nothing But a Kyouji, I'm Nothing But a Lusa, I'm Nothing But a Nova, and myself.
Mistakes were made.
Okay.
Mistakes were not made.
No.
Oh, God. So, Lusa,
Yes.
can you ask a fan the first question?
The first question. Right.
Not my specialist one.
Oh, not yours? Alright. I kind of wanted to do that one for once, but alright.
Oh, okay, you can ask it.
No, it's fine. It's funnier when you do it.
What the fuck?
What?
Amber alert!
What? Amber alert? Isn't that like when there's... What is that? What does that mean again? Like when there's normally an
Great
earthquake or
fucking
something?
timing. Oh my god!
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great start.
Hey, Wawa is here.
I can't even.
Brilliant
right now,
start.
man.
I messed up at saying the
Hey,
intro.
fan.
Yes.
What do you look like, VRPill?
Why do I look like VRPill? Well, if you must know why I look similar to VRPill, it's an interesting story, and that interesting story is very boring. So, this all started when I joined Discord on, what was it, December 8th, I believe? I joined Discord. I was tired of trying to make a name, so I literally came up with this name in about 10 seconds. And I went to Google and I looked for wallpaper. And I found my original wallpaper, which was literally a black background with a blood moon that was shining over a lake. And over said lake, it kind of, had the reflection and there was a silhouette in my moon. Somewhere along the line, people thought I became cool enough to make fan art of me for some reason. And they put that moon on a body and gave it a face.
Huh.
Boom, VRPill. I don't know why. I don't know why that happened. I never asked anyone to make me a fan art or anything like that. It just kind of happened out of the blue. I've got a couple of different fan arts now. And then once I got VRChat, the great dog was nice enough to offer me a model and said he wanted to make me a model. And I agreed. I was like, yo, you want to make me one? By all means, you can. I ain't going to stop you. I mean, shoot. So that is my my red moon head general that is in VRChat today. And now, I mean, I have added other models that also have my red moon head, and some of them are equally, if not more so, disturbing. But that's besides the point. Why do I look like VRPill? Because I want to, and I'm better. Not really. I'm just a fan.
No.
Nothing too interesting. The Hapu? Yeah, thanks, pair of pajamas.
I guess
we don't
that-
bring that up.
I guess
there's
that
a
does
hot-
answer. I guess that does answer the other question, like the origin of your player model. You basically just explained that.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
The origin is just that. It was a random Google search image that people took and turned into my player model. I don't know. I don't understand half the people who take a liking to me. I'm literally the ultimate fan account. There's there's not much to me other than being a fan of other people. So I couldn't tell you why people like me or why people are attracted to me or people. I literally got a DM like last night, and it said, "Hey fan, sometime this week I want you to get on VRChat. There's someone, he's a big fan of yours. He wants to meet you." I said, "What? You're talking to the right person, correct?" You didn't mean to DM somebody else? He said, "No, he found you on Tosha's videos and thought you were hilarious and wants to meet you." I was like, "What?"
So basically, he's a fan of a fan.
I mean, that's just ultimate fanboy. At that point, you get thrown out of Comic-Con for being too fanboyish. Like, there's, I don't really, I don't know, I don't understand. It's like the Matrix. People are just gonna eventually be fans of him. They'll be fans of a fan. That's a fan of a fan. So I can't even wrap my head around it. I just need the red pill.
Yeah.
Wait. Does is fan gay? What?
Yes.
Does is fan what?
What?
That is not a valid sentence.
Yes, it's not.
Why is your trap so sexy? It makes me feel weird.
What?
That begs another question. Are you a lolicon?
No.
You lie.
This is actually a funny story. Yes, hello, Mama. I see you in the chat. Hello, Mom. This is actually a funny story because when I first joined Discord, there were people who were, had their models as lollies or traps and whatnot, and somebody asked me about it, and I'm like, you know what? In all honesty, lollies are illegal, and traps are a little gay. I don't float that boat. I like that. That ain't. I ain't paddling up shit creek with no paddle. Like that just sounds like a bad time for me. So I was like dismissive of it. Then for some reason, people decided to run with this and be like 180. Oh, he says he hates them. He must absolutely love them. He must look up pictures of them every night. He must fall asleep next to their body pillows. I don't know what has gone on in this community to make me out to be as big a lolicon as Nags is. I am not on that level, okay? I have a list of lollies who I can tolerate. I have a short list of lollies I tolerate. There are none that I like. I mean, the people maybe I like. The models I can tolerate. I mean, I was there when Fan joined, and I can vouch that he said all that. Butterfly has my back. See, she knows because I met her day one. I said all that, and they took the complete 180 and ran with it. And here we are today. I don't know what goes on, man. I don't want to. Bro, you know what? This is a mild digression. I don't like Andis that much.
Really?
I'm not the biggest fan of Andis, the character. Their character kind of annoys me. The one time I have seen Andis in game and somebody brought Andis up to me, I said they look like someone had left a bag of Skittles on a car too long, and it kind of melted together and became conscious for some reason. I don't know why that's a thing. They just looked up at me and said pedo and then walked away. It was one of the lowest moments of my life. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Bro,
man. You're a constant victim.
I couldn't tell you, bro. I was pissed. I didn't know what to do.
I just had the thought of a Skittles packet walk up to you and say pedo.
It looked like a ball of melted Skittles and somehow grew a derpy face and learned like 6 words. That is Andis.
Oh,
that is Andis. That was a mild digression, but it was kind of relevant.
Oh, pajamas just reminded me of another question I want to ask. Propane?
You know what?
Propane.
I don't know why this is a thing. I was born in South Carolina, and I have been born, like, I was raised in North Carolina, which is where I live now. Sometimes I have a southern accent that pops out. I mean, you have to understand, and when I go to South Carolina to visit my family by Myrtle Beach, bro, I can't understand half the words they say. Like, it's got that big of a southern accent. I come up here and it sounds normal. I go up north and people ask me why I have a southern accent. People up north think I'm deep south, and people down south call me a Yankee. What? I don't know what to do. All right, I don't know. I don't know what to do. But beyond that, I had my southern accent pop out a couple of times when people would trigger me about the whole lolicon thing, and people started calling me Hank Hill. And there was a time where I believe there was a night I had 52 DMs. I opened them. I'd say from about 30 to 35 different people. Almost all of them were all Hank Hill body pillows. I don't understand. I don't understand. I just like, I get it. You know, maybe I'm from the South and sometimes I sound like Hank Hill, but like I don't think I sound like Hank Hill that much. Like I am not that close. I've seen King of the Hill. I am nowhere near that level. I don't understand it. And for some reason, it has only escalated since I've joined the Patreon Discord for Nags. Because Nags apparently only refers to me as propane. This is an issue that needs to be resolved. The first Patreon event I went to was Werewolf. Nags killed me based on, and get this, he went crazy from Cthulhu, ran up to me in the accusation period, and just yelled propane repeatedly into my face, and they voted to lynch me. What kind of bullcrap is that? What is
like
that?
I said earlier, you are a constant victim, dude.
I know. I get it everywhere. I get it everywhere. PJ says it was great. Yeah, shut up, PJ. All right, look.
You should change your name to I'm Nothing But a Victim.
Maybe then I'll get some pension funds. I get some pity money. No, I ain't about that. No, look, for real though. This has been a phenomenon to people where even people I don't know or haven't really talked to at all call me Hank Hill. One guy in VR, I loaded into the hub, ran up to me and goes, "Hey, are you that Hank Hill guy?" And then ran away. Like, who is that? Who is that? And how do you know who I am? Like, I
like how Yelbana just joined the stream and then instantly said, "What is Hank doing?"
There you go. No, I do know Yelbana. I've talked to Yelbana quite a bit. He hasn't been around too much recently that I've seen, so I haven't talked to him much. But especially when I was big into the fan Discord, he was in there a lot. But like people like Matt6 doesn't talk, at least not in game. I've talked to Matt6 once on the Discord. The one time I talked to Matt6 was I woke up early one day, and I saw that Butterfly was in a Discord chat. I joined. And I was like, oh, shoot, that's Matt6 as well. This was literally right after he got done with all his streaming and YouTube, which he's recently come back to, which is great. First thing I say is, oh, shoot, Matt6 is here. He stops his conversation. And he looks and he goes, yo, this is nothing but a fan. Why do you sound like Hank Hill? Bro, I was done. I was about to turn off and delete Discord right then and there. I was about to delete it right then. To make matters worse, I have never held a full conversation with Jacoba.
Huh.
There was one day when all the content creators raided a chat in the fan Discord. So I went in there. I literally talked maybe for 5 minutes. And Jacoba puts in chat, "What's the bootleg Hank Hill doing here? Who are you? How do you know me? I don't understand." And it doesn't help from Nags. Literally every time I see Nags, he calls me propane and asks me how the propane's selling. Same with Matt6, except, they end the conversation except with the period. They just stab me in the face. That's cool. Whatever. But I don't understand the Hank Hill thing all that well. I mean, I get it. I'm from the South, but Jesus, man. Thank you, Timu, for following me on Twitter because my phone just vibrated and it scared the piss out of me. So thank you for that. I appreciate the notification. But as far as Hank Hill goes, I will never embrace it. Never, ever. That will be one thing I will always hate.
I didn't always see why.
You'll always hate it, even though you are bootleg Hank Hill. He's muted now, I don't know why.
He probably hates you for saying that.
Ray, what you did to him, man?
What?
Why you make him sad now? Why everybody calls him Hank Killer anyways?
Oh no, I think I know why he's muted. He said it was his brother was playing Fortnite.
Oh.
No, he's outside, isn't he?
Wait, why is he outside?
That's what he
Alright, we're
said.
just gonna have to wait until he unmutes everyone.
Alright, want to talk about something?
Let's get one of the topics that we haven't talked about in like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So since Akame just got back, Akame, take one of the topics.
Alright. Well.
Yo, these damn birds.
And he's back. Wow.
Yo, these
Okay,
damn birds.
And he's back.
I'm about sick of this.
Yeah, what's
Okay.
up, man?
Well, I caught it before. I turned around and I saw that a crow landed on my damn porch, and he wouldn't go away. Stupid thing. He wouldn't go away, and he just kept cawing. So I had to shoo him off.
Someone just came into the chat and said Hank Hill. Nothing else.
Oh, that's Dark
That's
Nix.
Dark
I know
Nix.
who that is. Nix is actually
Fiddles.
an old friend.
Oh shit, it's Hank.
Oh shoot, PJs. We don't need to talk about that.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the most confusing question that
All
I
right.
perfectly designed for this podcast.
All
On a
right.
scale of 1 to dodecahedron, what is your favorite color of the alphabet?
Wait, what?
I would have to say 50.
Reasonable. Yeah. I literally have a file that says everyone's answer.
What were the past answers? I completely
God.
forgot.
I remember Nags is Pentagon, I believe.
Jesus Christ, man.
I think
I-
Tasha's was pizza, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pentagon
Fan,
pizza.
aren't we friends on VRChat? I actually don't know, Timu. I don't know that. Lord have mercy. That's easily the most complicated question I've probably ever been asked, with the most reasonable and short answer I've ever answered with.
Really?
Probably. I mean, I literally answered that question with 50. I don't even think you ever mentioned numbers, did you? I actually don't know.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay,
did.
sweet.
1 to dodecahedron.
Ah,
Oh.
fan, I haven't gotten upsies lately from you.
What even is dodecahedron?
That's a 12-sided
I was gonna say, it's a
3D
shape.
object.
Oh.
Fan is a troll, lol.
What the fuck?
Shut up, PJ. Not a
PJ.
troll. I'm a fan. Get it right. Nothing but a fan.
Oh,
Oh.
Lusa,
God.
ask
What?
your question. That Nick
Wait,
put
which
in
one?
for you. The one that Nick put in for you.
Oh. Hey, fan.
Uh-huh.
What turns you on, yes?
Hey, what's crazy, huh?
All right. We're going this direction, yeah? All right.
Yes.
Dank Phil.
Jesus Christ, man. I can't even with this.
Answer the question, dude.
All right. So, what turns me on? Well, a nice candle lit. I ain't going like that. Yo, you know what? You know what? Tie me up. Beat me with a ruler. You know, just simple stuff here.
I like
No,
that.
ask Desolate. Ask Desolate Lantern, right? Ask Desolate. She can, Desolate can tie me up and beat me with that meter stick for hours.
Alright.
Next question. Next question.
Fucking Kyouji in the background.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love it. Yo, somebody tell Kieran not to clip that.
It's probably gonna be clipped.
Oh, good.
Wait, what's gonna be clipped? That fan likes lollies?
We got a
Excuse
donation,
me?
Ray.
What?
We got a donation.
Ooh, a
Oh,
donation.
yes.
Oh, my, you're into
Action
that kinky stuff.
or donated £70. Jesus Christ.
We got
Okay.
another one. We just donated
And
as well.
Jessen, fan is a troll, £5. Okay.
Yo, shut
Big
up, Jessen.
donations.
Also, if my boy Action is in here, yo, what up, Action?
Thank you,
Heck
Action.
yeah, bro.
Action. Awesome. I'm actually overwhelmed and I don't know what to say. This is
Heck yeah,
the
Action.
most we've got in one donation. Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking
does
Action,
Action
man.
speak?
Does
Huh?
Action speak? Yeah, he's
Action
our friend
speaks,
of VR. He actually has been there for the past couple weddings, couple of improv events that Recon hosts in VRChat.
Yeah.
He comes and hangs out with us a little bit.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. There he is in
Action.
chat.
Action, I saw your DM, but I couldn't get back to you because I was really busy. Sorry about that.
Action, could you choose a better color for your name than doo-doo brown?
I'll get back to you later, buddy.
But thank you to Jason and thank you, Action. That's really, really helpful.
Very
Hey,
helpful.
Hey, can I ask?
yes.
Can I ask something to Fan real quick?
By all means.
You know when I joined you on the VR chat, and the first thing that happened was hints going on to me saying that I was susceptible. What was all of that about?
Saying that you met the height requirement, most likely, is what he said.
Yep, and everything.
Butterfly.
So here's a little thing that some people may not know. If anyone knows Hint from the VRPD, he's a womanizer, yeah. And PJ's already knows. He says the requirements.
The requirement.
Yo, Charlotte Airport ain't helping me out at all. Yo, you want to stop with that airplane? All right. So getting back to it. So
Hey, it's Dano.
the moment that Hint met Akame, immediately talked about the height requirement. What he means is Hint runs a harem. Hint has a harem Discord with close to 100 members, and most of them are harem members. Well, at some point, whenever Hint met me, he seemed to think I was able to be a what is my role again? Oh yes, a head harem general.
Mm-hmm.
So I assist him in his harem beauties and finding them in VRChat to get into his Discord.
Wait.
Akame
Did he?
the height requirement
Ray.
and also had the assets to go with it.
Action, no way. Fuck.
He just did it again.
Action.
Wait,
Whoa.
what happened?
Oh my god!
Oh my god, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh that shit!
That's actually awesome. Also,
God.
Lusa, when you said butterfly, she got really annoyed
Why?
because she's organizing the list.
I'm sorry,
She's doing her
Butterfly.
list, yeah. Yo,
Jesus.
Butterfly, thanks for last week about that though. I was able to talk to Mags again about it, but yeah, I appreciate that. I got to go first. Heck yeah. I'm the
Oh.
ultimate fan, so I got to sit in front of all the other fans.
Oh,
Obviously.
Fatal actually did an everyone ping in the fan server for the podcast.
About what? For the
Why is there
podcast?
so many
Oh,
hearts?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice that till now. Thank you, Fatal.
Yo, it's okay. You guys aren't missing nothing. I'm just a fan.
I'm just a fan.
You would miss a lot because this is hysterical.
He's not just a fan, he's a fan.
He's
Well, yes,
a fan.
Akame, you meet the height requirements, and you're now in the Discord. But instead of putting you in the inner outer harem, I put you in my little BDSM corner. So have fun there.
My BD. What? That's fine. I don't really care.
You know what? To get away from the weird talk about BDSM, let's have Kyouji ask it.
You asked me what turned me on. We're going with this.
Hmm?
No. Kyouji, go with your question.
Alright, time for my trademark question that everyone should know by now. How do you like your toast, and what do you like with it? It can be anything, whether it's a drink or addition to the toast.
Yo, if I'm eating toast,
If
I
he says
want
a
it
word,
just
I'll
that.
kill
I
him.
want it that golden brown. I don't like any of the. I don't like it black. Like that's just burnt. I'm
Roger
not. Maybe a little bit, but not much. More of the golden brown. And bro, I'm just putting some grape jelly on it. I'm putting some grape jelly on it, and I'm drinking some orange juice.
Very good.
Got me messed up. Yo,
Yes.
and half the time I run to school with the toast hanging out of my mouth. You know how it goes. So
Hey, toast out of your mouth, plot toast.
I can
Not
support
toast.
that, yes.
not really. I run to my car, and then I drive to school with the toast in my mouth.
It's a plot toast, dude. Plot toast.
Yeah, plot
Just
twist.
like any school anime, the protagonist always got to have toast in their mouth.
The plot
Yeah.
twist.
Plot toast.
Plot.
Does that mean Fan is a main character?
Does that mean fan? Hell no, I'm a fan of the main character.
Who knows?
I'm a fan of the main character.
You might want to have a look in Twitch chat.
How do you like your toast is actually a secret question that really means how do you like your women? Yeah, I could put some grape jelly on a woman.
I can put some grape jelly on the woman.
I'll be into that.
Ground up in the freezer isn't a valid answer. Oh
Ground up and in a
god.
freezer. Jesus Christ. Like it with this coffee? I actually don't like coffee that much. I'm actually not a big coffee drinker, surprisingly. With the community this is and how the whole meme is coffee, I actually don't like coffee that much.
Wait, so you don't like coffee with milk?
I just don't like coffee really at all. I mean, I could try some. Like, I'm always up for trying anything because I'm really not picky when it comes to anything to eat or drink. I could try about it, but
just a quick question to throw it in between. If you're not a troll, why do you live under a bridge?
Do I live under a bridge?
That's what that's what Deleted asked.
Yo.
Deleted.
In the donation.
Yeah.
Since when have I ever lived under a bridge? When have I ever mentioned a bridge? I don't think I've ever mentioned a bridge.
Yeah, he lives under a bridge. Don't you know the metaphor for...
Jesus Christ. Lord, So back to my kink. You want to tie me up and beat me with that meter stick, Desolate? I got you.
Oh man.
Sorry.
So you like that torturing stuff, huh?
That ain't torture. That's pleasure.
Well, torture and pleasure at the same time, right?
I mean, my kink isn't being waterboarded. No, so.
So you're telling me if I tie you up right now, spank you, you enjoy that?
No, because you're a guy.
Well, if I was a girl.
At that point, I'm phoning the police, because I need help.
I need help.
What did it came back to?
Or Nova.
Hey.
Hi, butterfly.
I can't handle this,
You
man.
just keep on whispering.
I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, you're good. Hindsight is
boy.
20/20. You're fine. Lord have mercy. I don't know where this podcast can go at this point.
Well,
What?
we still have something, so.
Oh yeah. Heck
Mhm.
yeah, let's do it. Yo, give me that heck yeah in the chat. All my boys in the Patreon
Heck
Discord.
yeah.
You know
Oh,
what it
God.
is. Give me that heck yeah in the chat. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck no, really.
Heck yeah.
Hey, yo, shut up, Deleted. Yeah, PJ's got my back. Hey!
Oh.
I'll always say the opposite just to mess with you.
What the heck? Faybells?
No, you have to say it with a southern accent. You have to say it with a southern accent.
She's the only one who gives me boops in VRChat, and she's gonna diss me like this?
You have to say it with a southern accent.
Heck yeah, bro. Let's get it.
Oh,
I can't really say it that well. I got a dip in my lip. Not really. I'm kidding. I don't dip. Got that fucking wintergreen.
let's go with another question.
According
God
to
almighty.
Recon, you're a pleb.
I'm a pleb.
Action! Stop it! Fucking hell.
Action done it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You should know once Action starts, he's at least doing it like 5 times.
Hey, Action!
What?
It's insane, though.
God!
Hey, Action!
Yes, it's always
insane.
Guys,
It's
guys.
amazing.
Hey, Action, do you want to be on the podcast?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him.
Holy shit!
Oh.
That's
Yo,
like
Action, you wanna-
$140.
Action, you want to
Over. He's done it 3 times.
Wait, 3 times?
Yeah. What is this podcast? It's organized chaos.
Organized
Yep.
chaos!
That's what I always
That's
have to say.
£212. Fuck. That's more than I've ever earned.
Action
And I'm
for
only
podcast.
16, so that's a difference.
Yeah, people want action on.
Action, like, doesn't.
I guess if
Gee.
action wants it, he can come on. But we're not forcing you, so.
Nick.
We're not forcing you, yes.
It's insane, though. $300 US. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not voting. What? When was I voting? Never. That's what.
I think
Kyouji
someone is a fan of our podcast.
That's good.
Yeah.
You figure?
Who said, why aren't I in the podcast? Faybells.
I could make some great commentary. I don't think I've ever heard Fate talk, like at all.
I haven't. Get some good clips during improv. Yo, I have the best clips during improv.
Yeah, sign up with me. I'll see if you can be on.
Alright.
Jesus Christ.
This is actually really good because I have a terrible day ahead of me tomorrow.
You'll be alright. You'll be alright.
I'm getting yellow dye injected into my blood and lights shone in my eyes for 6 hours.
Rip.
It's gonna be really weird.
Hey Fatal, are you ready for next week? You better be.
You better be ready for the next thing.
I like how you had excitement at the start and it slowly went.
But of course.
Yeah.
Alright, what's one of our next questions?
Toast.
Toast. What?
Oh, I am ready to spread the truth. What? The truth will come out? What is this all about?
Guys, spread the butter.
Oh yeah, the conspiracy.
What
Conspiracy?
Fatal knows the truth.
What?
He knows the truth.
Jesus.
April 18th is Doomsday. Yo, thank you for letting me turn 20 before you end the world. Yeah. Well, damn. Can it be next April 18th so that way I could be 21 and at least drink?
Dude, every month there's a fucking doomsday. It's fucking total bullshit at this point.
Heck yeah. Is Fan excited? Excited for what, PJs? I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about Pegs 21?
What? Pegs? What the fuck is that?
Pegs
Action.
21!
Action, I love you, man.
Wait, did he do something again?
He's donated again.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Action, what are you doing?
No, I'm not 20 next year, Faye. I'm 20 in like
We love you too.
Sunday.
Man. Hey, Fan.
What?
When and how did you hear of VRChat? How did you get into it?
Me?
Yeah.
Whew. Well, let's put this in perspective. So I had a bit of a crappy week in early December. And the night of the day December 7th was a pretty crappy day in particular. So I called it early. I went to bed early, but I couldn't sleep. So I rummaged through YouTube for a little while, and for some reason there was a dumb-looking video with this Pauly D knockoff and some purple chick with a fidget spinner in my recommended. And I thought this was the dumbest looking thing I'd ever seen in my life, but I clicked on it anyway since I was bored. And then I binge watched everything that was up to that point. And that night, the next day, I got up and I found the Discord app. I downloaded it. And 13 minutes after I downloaded it, I joined the fan Discord. And if you go to the fan Discord today and go ask the bot about me, I think I was number 1600 or something to join. I literally joined 13 minutes after I downloaded the app and made my account. I was in just that one Discord, and that's where I stayed. And I met all my, my great friends that I've got now. Butterfly, Demon Slayer, Timiku, Tyson. They're like the main group, the first ones that I met. And, people have come and go out of our main group, and I've made more friends now from the patrons, like, of course, Pajamas, Faye, Deleted, Dejessen, all of them, Recon. And I basically hung out for about a month. About a month I stayed in just the fan Discord. Nix. I forgot Nix was here too. And Kyouji. Okay, look, I can't name everybody, all right? Or I'm going to be sitting here for 20 minutes naming everybody off, all right? I'm sorry, all right? I love you guys. All right, listen. So for about up until I would say mid to beginning of January, I was only in Discords. Eventually I ended up getting VRChat and hanging out and finding a bunch of interesting people. I ended up joining Nags' Patreon, which opened up just a gateway to a bunch of different communities and different people I know. I'm in a lot of places now, and it's kind of hard to juggle all of them. And of course, there are some that I spend a lot more time in than others. Kind of restricted as far as where I can be all the time. But as far as where most of my friends are, we're in the Please Nerf. Like sometimes I'll pop over into Rad server to say hey to the likes of Nick over here and a bunch of numbers and people like that. And then I'll hop over into the fan Discord to say hey to a bunch of old friends and new people who somehow still know who I am, even though I'm not in there a lot. New people join and they're like, dude, that's nothing but a fan guy. I heard about you. How? I don't get it. I've actually become relatively good friends, I think. I don't want to toot my own horn because I really hate doing that and I don't give myself credit at all. But I've become decent enough friends with Tosha, and I help him as much as I can with whether it's videos, streams, just hanging out, just playing whatever, talking. Likes of Rizola, Adam, the Great Dog, Wolfric, all those guys at the VRPD who are super awesome. And for some reason took a liking to me as well. I mean, I don't know. Like, I found a couple of people, and they were apparently the backdoor entrance into a good community that apparently people know me in now for some reason. Yo, I'm nothing but a fan. What do you want from me? Boom, my story. Also, I play VRChat on a MacBook Air.
Wow.
The struggle's real. I bought it for college, and that's what I still use it for, but I was like, yo, can I get VRChat on this? I can. I need Windows. Yo, shoot, I'm getting Windows, got VRChat, and there I go. But just to everyone in the chat, yo, there may or may not be a PC in my future. And by that I mean, relatively close future. And once I get everything up and running on it and all good, VR may be in a couple of months. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just have to see where the chips fall. But because money's kind of tight right now, and I got a couple other things on my plate. But once I'm able, and once I've got it, yo, you bet the Moon Man's gonna have hands. and he's going to be throwing them hands at lollies to kick their butt off of VRChat.
Oh, boy.
You best believe. We starting the crusade, except this time it won't fail.
Wow.
Jeez. So there you go. There's my story of how I came to VRChat, how I came to be in this community.
Kiyama wants pets, apparently.
You want pats? I got you, Kiyama. Yo, Kiyama's my mom. Heck yeah, Kiyama. Well, yeah, I put this like RP mom. Butterfly is Discord mom. I don't think anybody can ever take that away from Butterfly. She was original Discord mom. Yo, I remember when Butterfly in the fan Discord was only a super fan. I remember seeing that green name and that World of Warcraft profile picture that I didn't understand. I remember all them days. Is my mom, not my bong, Nova. Jesus. All right, but but no, that's she's Discord mom. Kiyama is Kiyama's RP mom, and Chaos is RP dad mom. Because he likes to dress up as a Playboy bunny. Fan, as your lawyer, say nothing that will incriminate yourself. I'm at work and can't defend. Yo, your boy Axum, my VRChat lawyer. This man right here has fought many a crusades, some of which almost didn't fail. But he is a great lawyer, and he has defended me many times, some of which almost didn't fail. But he looks good and he's snazzy. He's got that white tux. He's got that Rolex, bro. Nags was even chasing him around the world wanting that Rolex. Yeah, I'm telling you, he wanted that Rolex. So, my boy Axum, my lawyer, he's rolling deep. He's got them honeys. He's got my back. We good. We Gucci. Let's do it.
Oh, Dano is a lawyer too, apparently.
Yeah, well, Dano is an Upsies lawyer, and I don't give Upsies anymore. Ever since it came to my attention that drastically moving my head up and down really fast to give Upsies only makes my character do a pelvic thrust. And the people who want Upsies are half my size, if not smaller, and that's like face height. I can't be doing this. I'll catch too many lawsuits.
Wow.
What do you mean the hell I don't? You know what? I can't even. There's so much pollen out here. Everything is turning yellow. I want to throw it. I broke my lawnmower out here yesterday. I ran over a hole and broke the wheel off of it. Jesus H. All right, I'm sorry. What's up? Jesus. Make fan in XCOM? What is that? What is that, Faye? And kill him off. What?
XCOM is a strategy game.
What do you mean, make
Actually,
me an XCOM and then kill me
Deleted
off?
has been streaming XCOM, and he's making like people from the community
I'm
in
in
his
XCOM?
game.
What do you mean?
Well, like XCOM 1 or 2?
I'm in the pool.
And Kill broke his lawnmower.
Oh my god. How am I don't even know what XCOM is, yet I'm there. Yo, I better be the most badass character ever who could break a lawnmower by only running over a hole with it, you know? I have 71 people in the character pool. Yo, was that one extra person me? Because I'm nothing but a fan?
Yeah, sure, link it.
Jesus
I don't mind.
Christ. I don't know what's going on no more. Oh my heaven. Yo,
you can basically make soldiers in that game, and you can give them custom voice files. So
Bro,
he could basically clip you, and he could put your voice in the game.
Oh well, there's plenty of clips of me out there. If you ever need me to voice act for anything, Deleted, and like you need my voice and you need me to say certain lines or anything, yo, I got you, bro. You want me to be a good guy? You want me to be a bad guy? You want me to be a hobo? I got you.
A hobo.
You'll most likely
I'll be a space hobo.
Oh Jesus, has to be 200.
It has to be about 230 lines. Yo, set a time aside. I'll do it. I got you, bro. I got you. I'm about to be the best XCOM avatar ever. Everyone's gonna want to play as me. Everyone's gonna want me in their party. I got you.
Yeah. No, you make the head illuminate, and then everyone will hate you.
A crimson glow. All right. Jesus Christ. Ray, what is this?
What is what?
This chat is killing me. I look and I see a lolicon. Get me out of here.
The music has SpongeBob in it again. Why?
I'm confused.
Oh god. We get our music off a stream, which I will say is just a lo-fi stream of YouTube, and some of them have weird vocals, and one of them just had SpongeBob in it.
Oh, of course it did.
It's really weird.
I can imagine my soldier spouting some snarky crap in Fan's voice. Yo. I would too. Bro, I would be the one soldier that everyone would have in their party, not because I was powerful or good, because I'm only a fan, but because my lines are the best. Heck yeah. The character pool deleted was talking about? Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to check that out after.
Have we asked all the questions?
I have no idea.
I think we have.
Except for the last one.
Apart from the last one.
Yeah.
And Lusa, you asked that. Nick's just put in.
What?
It should have a line. You don't know my propane.
Oh, right.
Yes.
You know what? Ask the last question. I'm done.
Oh, man. Fan.
Yes.
This is completely unrelated to what we're talking about, but since you've been on VRChat quite a bit, I assume, what's the funniest avatar you've seen? Or the weirdest?
The funniest or weirdest avatar I've seen. What rating does this stream have? Okay, here, put it this way. I'll leave out detail. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Okay. So, I joined. This was back when I first started VRChat. I joined the public world. I know, mistake number one, right? So, this was in the presentation room, and there was the one and only Modix in there, and Modix was in his usual solid snake in a banana hammock trying to dry hump random women. So, as that was going on, I turned around to see Solid Snake in a wheelchair with dynamic bones in his legs to where they would just flop around. I won't say what the contents of his lap were, only that he had a animation or a a gesture where a lolly would appear on said lap.
Oh.
And there was a lot of stuff that man, he may not be able to walk, but he could sure get it. Jesus H, it was crazy, bro. It was I ran into the public. I ran back into the public hub. I was done, bro. I wasn't nothing. I wasn't nothing right there. Yes, deleted. The lolly was on a pogo stick. To say the least. It was bad. And I never joined the public world again, at least willingly. It was an experience that I wish I hadn't had.
Wow.
There you go, Lusa. That good enough for you?
Sure.
Me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nova. I did go on an Upseas raid with Deleted with my new Hapu avatar, which is a disgrace, by the way. We went to go give upsies. They gave upsies to delete it and told me to go away. If that's any indication to how ugly my avatar is. But I want it that way. It's alright.
Is it a Hoppu with a moon head?
It may or may not be.
Oh god.
Alright, how about this, Ray? How about this? I want you to go to your DMs.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna send you this model when it was being made in Blender and all. This is my model. Okay?
I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, that is just disgusting. Oh my god. No.
Well then.
Send it to me.
You don't have that as. Oh.
That is Hoppu fan.
I'm putting that in Twitch.
Send it to
Yeah.
me.
Oh no! Nobody click on that link. Yeah.
Twitch chat.
I've seen
Everyone
that.
click on that.
I've seen that live. I've seen that again.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
By the way,
It's well made, but it's just.
Mookie made that for me. I don't have any of the gestures yet, but in one of the hand gestures with VR, I pull out a propane tank.
Oh my god. No, my god. Really?
I'm glad I could grace the face of VRYou with this.
This is just. Alright, how do I move him out this BC? There we go. Okay. Oh, my ping is really bad today.
And
Was
you
that
were an ugly child. Thanks, Kiyama.
Oh my god.
Glad I was an ugly child. Have I at least grown into someone you could be proud of? Like, damn.
I like how Butterfly's response is not "what is that thing?" It's "why is that a thing?"
Why is that a thing? Well, because I need to. This is my plan, and this has to be hush hush from the Lolly Squad. All right, even though Trapman may or may not be here, I'm not sure. So listen. What do you mean, meh, Kiyama? You know what? All right, so I asked for this model. Believe it or not. The only reason I wanted this model is because I have a plan. I have a plan to use this model to infiltrate the Lolly Squad, all right? I'm going to get Leroy to get me in the Lolly Squad, all right? And then I'm going to take them down from the inside. And once that tower falls, the Lolly Squad tower falls, the rest of the Lollies will fall with it, and their grip on VRChat will be relinquished, and we will be free. We will be a free people.
Oh,
right?
boy.
I don't know how I'm going to do it, because Leroy's kind of mean. I'll probably have to do blow or something, but whatever to get into the Lolly Squad so I can make this happen.
Who was it that said that Fan is the moon that orbits around Leroy's head?
That was Aurora. Aurora called me a body of rock that orbits around Leroy's fat head. Which
Well,
he is not. He is at least half right. Well, actually, he's at least half right, or 3/4. No, it's 2/3 right. There you go. I am a rock. Leroy does have a fat head, but I don't orbit because it doesn't have a gravitational pull. At least not yet.
Didn't you run around him in circles in VRChat?
I mean, I have orbited people in VR. I have orbited folks. Mainly they're Earth fan, but that's all right. That won't work. It's too ugly. Yeah, Leroy's head is kind of big and ugly, but that's besides the point. We don't need to make fun of him here.
Wow. Poor
Ow,
Leroy.
my knee! I just hit my knee on a table. That's what I get for making fun of Leroy's fat, oversized airhead. All right. So look.
I hope he's not listening.
I hope so. I don't hope not either. I'm gonna get banned from the fan Discord. Yo, ban me, please. So no. I don't orbit a lot of people. Only people worthy, like Black White. Whenever he's the sun avatar, I'm just like, yo, this is good enough to orbit. I'll just start walking in circles around them until he gets annoyed and leaves. And then and then you have people like Earth-chan, whom I orbit just because. Also, my mom is now threatening to give me another lap dance at a party. Kiyama, calm down. Oh my god. If Joey and his personality has not been able to tear down the Lolly Squad, then nothing will. But that's because he hasn't embraced his Yo, I'm about to collaborate with Joey. Me and him are about to both be Hapus, and we're about to infiltrate the Lolly Squad and take him down.
No.
First I'll have to talk
I can
to
actually
Joey.
see that being a video.
I can see it
I
being a
can
video,
see
but
the video
no.
too, and it's gonna be a fucking catastrophe.
It's just
All
gonna
right.
end in Star, Ryan and a Death Star.
Yeah, I mean, fan,
Blowing
get
up.
off the pole or start making me some money. I can't pole dance.
Wow.
I don't have VR.
You reminded me when you said Aurora news. There's some little bit of news that I just want to put in. Aurora and I are now fully official mods in the fan group Discord.
I saw
Yay.
that. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm still a stream VIP in the Patreon Discord. He hasn't changed my role to the real fans 21, but that's all right. Even though Ray, you have seen my you saw my older profile picture. I changed it back to my original for right now for this podcast, but my other profile picture, you know it.
I can't remember it. I'm really bad with memory.
All right, here you go, Ray. Another DM for
It's
you.
the
Nax
real
is here.
Nax 21.
Oh no!
It's not
Yo,
getting
Nax, I'm the real
changed.
fans 21. Where's my role in the Patreon Discord, huh? I deserve my recognition. It's not getting changed. Come on, man. Yo, but for real, Nags, we gotta group up, yeah.
Nags,
I haven't
just
shown
do it,
you,
yes.
I haven't shown you my model. I haven't shown you my model because I never get a chance to when we're in VRChat. All right. But listen. We're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do this, and we're gonna infiltrate the Lolly Squad, all right? And we're gonna bring them down. We're gonna bring them down. Our Hapu powers combined, no man can match it. Okay? We're yeah, like you have the bagel power, and I'm just plain ugly. So we could we can do this, all right? We can do this. We got this.
Yeah. Like I
Yo,
said
know,
earlier, I can
This
actually.
is where VRYou goes on a nosedive. You made a mistake bringing me.
Like I said earlier, I can actually see that being a video that he just posts.
Yo, if Nags ever wants to do that video, yo, dude, DM me. I'm up for it. We can do this undercover. I actually have my
What
I
did
use a
Faye just
VRChat
put in?
account. I have a VRChat account, so I don't use my Steam account for VRChat. I can log in as that, get the avatar onto there, and we can go make that video incognito. Yo, I got you, Max.
Faye just said that deleted is pregnant.
What?
What?
I don't like to think of anything that looks like it's under the age of 12 being impregnated with anything. Please no.
The way you said it really sounded just weird.
It isn't weird to have a Hapu pregnant. in the
Wait,
first
deleted.
place?
You
Wait,
have
I
a
said it?
deleted as a pregnant avatar? No.
Oh my.
Yes, deleted does have a pregnant avatar.
Oh.
No.
This is the
What
most
am I
unfortunate
listening to?
thing.
Yeah.
No. No. I feel the exact same as Nags.
Same.
Well, you're not
What
even
is-
listening. You're
what is this?
participating.
What has this podcast turned to?
I have no idea.
What have we turned
Something
into?
random.
I don't even know what the original question was anymore.
Stop.
What have we turned into? Yes.
This is random.
You turn into the greatest.
No.
Yes. The best.
See, all Nags has to do though, Koji, is yo, get that voice changer. And well, actually, Matt Six would probably just call me propane and stab me through the face. Maybe I would do propane too. I mean, that seems to be literally every time I run into Matt Six, they just write out the words propane, ask me how it's selling, and then stab me multiple times. I literally tried to participate in one of Matt Six's Q&As on Twitter, and all they did was type back to me and ask me how the propane was selling this quarter. You know what? I'm done with this propane meme.
Propane.
And Nags, you got to take this away from me, because I don't know why everyone thinks I'm a lolicon like you are. I am not a lolicon. I am not a lolicon. I don't know what it is. I have vehemently denied it from day one, but they still somehow attribute being a lolicon to me. Heck no. Heck no.
Heck no.
Oh!
Wow.
No.
And before the chat ends up with just a bunch of lolly liquor. Fan, you're a lolicon just like Storm and Nags. You know what? Thank you. You know what? I can't. Every time I say it, they just turn to 180 and they're like, "Oh, you said you hate it? You must love them."
Actually, since Nags is here right now, I'm just gonna have to say this right now, since otherwise it's never gonna happen. Nags, can you please check my DMs? There's something really important there. It's the first thing I mentioned. Regarding Kasich.
Fan.
Thanks, Butterfly.
Thanks in advance.
I'm
Stop
pretty
calling
sure.
me a lolly liquor. I hate you sometimes.
I think
I love this community, but you guys really know how to tilt me and press my buttons, dude.
No.
You guys get me. Yeah.
The other day I was in a VC. A new member was there who didn't even know you, and I brought up you, and then they said, "Oh, the lolly liquor."
That's what I'm
Brilliant.
saying. People,
Thank you, Nags.
People who shouldn't know who I am. People just random. I don't know some of these people, but they know me. I don't understand how they know me, why they know me, where they know me from. But they know me, and whenever the first time they see me, they talk about the memes. That's the first thing they say. Now, granted, some people do walk up to me and ask me if I'm the real nothing but a fan. I mean, literally, I'm a fan account. You want to do that? You know, do that to Joey. Do that to Matt Six. Do that to Landfear. Do that to somebody who's important. Not me. I'm a fan account. Come on now. I'm a nobody. Literally nothing but a fan. That's all in the name. Lolly Liquor is less than Nut Giver. Yo, it's in the name. It's in the name. I'm nothing but a fan. You don't have to be, you know, people treat me like I'm some big shot or something. I don't know. It kind of, it's weird to me. It's a little weird because I don't feel like I really did anything to have people know who I am. They just do for some reason. But I mean, I won't lie. It's kind of cool to have people. It's cool to have people know who you are. But I don't know. I feel like I've not done anything. You know, nothing but a fan is still special guest on a podcast. Yo, you know what? I'm just a guest because I'm nothing but a fan. Yo, I just got a Snapchat, my group Snapchat from our boys over in the Please Nerf Discord. We set up a group Snapchat. Yo, that shit is the littest thing on the face of the planet. Literally, if you guys know who Pirate Daddy is, Hammy's brother, IRL. Somebody told him he wouldn't jump out of a window, so he literally rolled down his car window and jumped out of it onto the yard and hurt himself like an idiot.
I don't think we have any questions left apart from the one which we ask at the end.
Alright, sweet.
Yes, so I guess we'll ask that one.
Or should we go to a topic? Because we never really talk about the topics.
I mean, sure, if you want to talk.
Yeah,
about
we can do it.
something.
We can do a quick topic.
What
do you
I
want my
have
input on?
removed the ones that we've talked about. I don't know which one we've talked about.
Nothing but a guest? Yo, Gravy's got it. Nothing
Oh,
but a
Gravy.
guest.
Gravy's here, yeah, boy. Gravy is nice because he's helping me with the bot coding, which is good.
Heck yeah. And Butterfly, I wouldn't say nobody. I mean, I'm one of those people. You know me, Butterfly. I hate tooting my own horn, and I always feel like I am every time I, kind of, exclaim about something that happened to me or somebody who's a. This is one reason I don't like I'll hang out with everybody, and sometimes YouTubers will join, and I get a lot of friends who are like, hey, they accepted my friend. I don't send friend requests like that because I just kind of hang out. I only put people on my friends list that I actually enjoy hanging out with, and that I like hanging out with. But for me, I don't know why people like me. I don't really get it. I joined this community as my nothing but a fan with my regular default Google avatar. And then when I joined VRChat, I had the black and red robot with my I'm nothing but a underscore soup because VRChat screwed up my name. So I was perfect and in desktop mode still. I am content. I was content with all of that. I was content with being that guy in the background. I was content with being nothing but literally nothing but a fan. I was I was all right being that guy in the background, like I said. The guy who's I'm only in desktop. I'm still in desktop mode on VRChat, but I was perfectly content with the robot avatar. I was perfectly content staying in the fan Discord, that was where I thought that's where I thought my ceiling was. That's where I always thought I would put my ceiling. That was my expectation, was to be just that guy. And I'm just I figured since I'm just gonna be that guy, I'm just gonna be that guy who's kind of there. I would just be me, And yes, a fan on the ceiling, Peanutter. A ceiling fan, one might add. But
Is that the real P-neuter?
yes, it is, absolutely. The guy's a dolt. All right, but
I'm so gonna trigger him with that.
I was perfectly content with that. I was content with just having that, and being me. Apparently, people took a liking to that. For some reason, I really don't know why. I was kind of in the right place at the right time, probably. Being invited into Nags' Patreon Discord, which was super awesome of you, Nags. If you're still here, probably lurking, #lurks21 in the chat. But but no, I appreciated that a lot because it opened me up to another big community where we have our own little private Discord off to the side that we run. And we just it's just a group of us friends that I made from the Patreon combined with the guys from the fan Discord, a couple of guys from the fan Discord, and then other people that we just don't even know. Yeah, Nags, I'm pretty sure you know Arco Wolf from the Patreon, and one of his real life friends, one of his real life buddies has Discord. We invited him in there. He comes in there. Now he comes and plays VRChat with us. Just like random people. I mean, we get anybody in there. Anybody who wants to come and hang out. We don't just play VRChat in there. We download all kinds of games. We all play together. We played Sea of Thieves for a while, Rocket League. We play PUBG, Left 4 Dead 2. We do anything, It's just.
Man. I'd love to join in on that sometime.
Oh heck yeah. But Arco's friend, yeah, like real life friend. He walked into this is my mild digression from my story. Arco was in a VC with us and goes to GameStop where his friend works and went to go talk to him, and had us on speaker while his friend was in work, and he was in the chat. We started posting memes and talking about Red versus Blue and talking about God, I think we only just talked about Rooster Teeth Achievement Hunter stuff, and started posting memes. And he was like, "Yo, your friends sound pretty cool." We invited him into the Discord, and literally every day he's come and played VRChat with us. We played Never Have I Ever last night for a little while, which was interesting. Yeah, we'll leave that at that. But it's just cool to see people like we don't even know to come in and have that interaction with and accepting all these new people. I mean, I've had older friends from the fan Discord who have come in to come hang out with all my new friends from the Patreon, and then everyone gets along. It's great. But being a part of this wasn't anything that I had in mind whatsoever. This was not part of my plan at all when I signed up on December 8th. The coolest I thought it would get was when I was member number 1600 and whatever when I joined on December 8th. That day was freezing cold. I still remember this day. That day was freezing cold, icy roads, and I had to go pick my brother up from school. I had finally made my first friend in the general chat, which was Kebab, I believe is how you pronounce his name. If you know Nags, the freestyle rap that you did, Kebab was actually the one who donated to have you do that, and I was so proud of my boy Kebab. First dude I ever met in Gen 1 on the fan Discord, and I'm still friends with him to this day. But I was chatting with him in Gen 1 as I was waiting in line in my freezing cold truck to pick up my brother from middle school, and I sat there and was typing in chat that it was freezing cold, and I'm out here freezing my freaking balls off, sitting in a truck, and it's like 18 degrees outside. The roads are icy, and my brother isn't coming out of school, and it was pissing me off. So I was sat there, I was typing in Gen 1 about it, and all of a sudden, Mr. Lurks21 comes out of nowhere and types in chat to me. First day I had the fan Discord, and was like, "Yo, man, be careful on them icy roads. Be safe, and we'll see you whenever you get back home." And I was like, "Yo, bro, this is as good as it gets. This is as good as this community is gonna get right here." Sometimes I'm gonna be typing in Gen 1, and Nags might be in here. I didn't even know he was there. Lurks21, that was my first encounter, and I still remember that. And I basically remember it because it was like that first big event for me in the fan Discord, where I was kind of like, wow, this is, I literally just binge watched this guy's video last night. I binge watched every single one of them, and then he just typed to me in chat. That I thought that was the coolest thing. And now I regret it, because every time I see you yell propane. The last time we had a conversation with each other was last Monday, whenever me and you had a bit of a shouting match, and Butterfly got pissed at us, but that's all right. We kind of yelled back and forth in the fan Discord for a minute, just because we were arguing about why everyone was a fan account and why these packages got mixed up and all that. That was enjoyable. Never did I think on that December 7th night when I was binge watching your videos, would I be like, you know what? The first week of April, I'm going to be in a voice channel with this guy, and I'm going to yell at him, and he's going to yell back at me, and it's all going to be in good fun. But we're going to be yelling about something that makes absolutely no sense and holds no water whatsoever, and it's going to be great. Like that never occurred to me. That was never a thought that went through my mind at all. It was just kind of something that, I let the pieces fall where they may, and I'm me. Some people I will admit don't like me for me, and I've had people block me. I've had people not like me. No, and that's all fine. That just comes with it. But it's I don't know. I've had my fair share of people who don't like me, my fair share of people who say the hate. Yo, you know what? Whatever. You just jealous because I'm a better fan than you. I'm nothing but a fan. That's all I got to ride on, so I got to be the best at it. I'm the real fans 21. What you got? Well, no, this is all icing on top of the cake. Because the cake itself for me was being able to be that background character in the fan Discord who was able to come in and talk every once in a while, and maybe once in a blue moon, pun, I would be able to have 2 lines of dialogue with Nags. That was about as good as I thought it would get. All of this is icing on top of the cake for me. The cherry on top, even though I don't like cherries that much, they're kind of nasty, but that's besides the point. Maybe I'll put a strawberry on top. I like strawberries. But that was what I expected. I'm literally sitting on a podcast here talking about how I just had a yelling match with Nags literally a week ago. This wasn't what I expected in the slightest, to say the least. You know, that's just me, man. I never expected it. I never asked for it. It was just people being nice, people being accepting, and I just went with the flow, man. And look at where I am now. I'm on VRYou. What is this? We're talking about random crap for the past hour and a half, and now I'm just giving my whole story over here. Tell Fan he's a purdy boy, and we going fishing sometime using his double barrel shotgun. Yo, I tell you what, bro. You tell you what we gonna do? We gonna get them 12 gauge assault rifles, and we gonna go fishing with them. Heck yeah, out in the ocean. We gonna catch us a Jaws. We gonna catch a whale shark. Yeah, no, not Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is Sea of Thelvs. Yo, we can do that. We can do Sea of Thelvs. I'm all right with that. But
every corner you turn, you hear Burger King foot lettuce.
No.
I've heard so much Burger King foot lettuce. Yo, Nags, real quick. You know Ian, probably. Ian from the Patreon Discord. He has a very unfortunate model. It is literally a 2D cutout slide of a guy who works at Burger King standing and 2 buckets of lettuce. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I blocked him for about 32 seconds, and then unblocked him and told him to switch. And then he switched back, and then switched to it again, and I just kind of left it there so he could torture other people with it. But the Burger King foot lettuce, that's disgusting. That's nasty, man.
Actually, Thelv, if you can, just get in here for like a little bit to say hi.
If he wants to.
If you
12
want
gauge
to.
assault rifle, Mario will be pissed. Yo, Mario does get pissed at that. That is fantastic to listen to. Yo, Dan, no.
Number 15.
I don't
Burger
think
King
Thelv's on
foot
Discord right now.
lettuce.
Jesus, all right.
No, Thelv's getting in.
T-Help's coming in? Yo, T-Help's gonna have some dumb question to ask me. And he's gonna ask it in the most redneck slapstick way possible, and I'm gonna have to answer it in the exact same way.
We're gonna have to end in about 13 minutes because I've got a huge day ahead of me tomorrow.
Yo, that's good. And whenever T-Help's done with his, we can do the last question, and I'll run through some quick things about each of you if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Or if I could do that right now while we wait on T-Help and end on his note.
I'm just grabbing chocolates and eating because I'm hungry.
I mean,
Don't mind
ahead.
the stream.
If
Go
you got
ahead.
something to ask us, go ahead.
Let's see. Where's this? Is there anything you would like to ask us individually?
Yes.
All right. Oh, whoops. I don't know what just happened. All right, I'm good. Going down the list. All right. So, first off, RhythmBot, you play some good music sometimes, but sometimes you play the dumbest things I've ever listened to in my entire life. I don't know why people ask you to play some of the crap that they do, but you know what? That's whatever. You know, if you wanna listen to Miley Cyrus and Nightcore, then at least do it when I leave. Okay? I don't want to hear that. So you know, we'll just leave it at that. But otherwise, thank you for your hard work, RhythmBot.
It's just an auto playlist. We don't really.
Oh, don't worry. I have it muted. I don't know what it's playing. DJ Nick, yo Nick, you invited me to your server and made me a mod in there, which I thought was awesome. And every time I hang out with you is normally in the Rad Discord. And you're normally pretty chill, pretty quiet, I would say. But you know, if I have any question for you, it would be, when do I get that admin role though?
Alright, Nick, even though you're an admin, you can unmute for a bit to answer him.
If he wants to.
Yeah, if you want to.
Well, I'd have to have a discussion with you first for that.
Yo, I got you, bro. All right.
Thanks.
Kyouji, if I pronounced that right.
You got it.
You have the best background noise I've ever heard.
Thank you.
That's some A1 stuff. They need to put you in Hollywood immediately as that guy. You're the next guy who yells "my leg" for SpongeBob.
He's the bootleg Jontron. That's what I call him.
There you go, bootleg Jontron. I'm the bootleg Hank. We're just full of bootlegs in here.
Yeah.
Well, if I had one question to ask,
I'm the bootleg Pokelols. Yes.
Bootleg Pokeballs.
You know how it is. I'm the bootleg Nags. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the VRYou Podcast.
If I had one question to ask you, Kyouji, it would be: would you accept my friend request, buddy? There you go. All right. Lusa, Lord have mercy. So, Lusa, I don't really know what to say.
Fucking hell.
Yo, so if I have
Don't do
one
this to
question
me.
I want to ask you, can you play VRChat with us a little bit more, buddy, huh?
I would, but it's always extremely late when you guys get
Alright,
on.
how about this? I would ask you, just come hang out with us some more, If possible, I would enjoy you coming hanging out with us. I know everyone else in our in the Please Nerf server would enjoy, you coming and hanging out. Even not all the time, but just, off and on, just trying to come and hang out sometimes and say hey to everybody, all this and that. That'd just be cool, because I feel like I don't talk to you that much, and I think I should.
Yeah, I do my best, but you know my situation, and I've been extremely busy lately.
I got you.
So I try to pop in the Patreon Discord every now and then, but it's just my schedule is extremely tight.
Yeah, you good, man.
Especially since
whatever
I'm
works for
lately,
you.
So.
Whatever works for you, and you could be in there for us. And hey, absolutely,
No,
we work around your schedule.
If I could, I would totally join you guys.
Yeah,
because
That's
I
all
like
good,
the sound of it. I like the sound of it.
Heck yeah.
And the times I have been there, it was really fun. So. I'll do
it's like that
best.
every time. It's like that every time. Don't worry. RayZay.
I'll do my best, guys.
RayZay, you sound like that 16-year-old who could get away with drinking in public. You are like that guy. You remind me kind of Kale, and the fact that I guess your age and it's a lot higher than what you say. You're a cat, so that basically means you're a relative of Eric, which is also my uncle, which means we're technically relatives in some probably fashion. So if the family tree's still a thing, I heard it got burned down. So either way, but no, Ray, if I have any question for you, it would be: would I ever be able to come back on this podcast one day?
Yes.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. Yes.
That's...
Jesus. And last question is for Thelv. What do you want to ask me?
Welcome back to the top 15 moments Thelv invaded the VRYou Podcast. Number 15, April 9th, 2018. It's...
wow, I'm last on that list? Damn.
I like how Nax quoted me. With deep voice, yes.
A question that I have for Fan. Wow, this is so sudden. I wasn't expecting to jump in here and ask a question. Well, Fan, I'm gonna ask you something a little personal, actually. Because you are a very positive individual. Every time I see you, anytime I see you, you're being a pretty boy going fishing near NASCAR Pocono down south.
Heck yeah, bro. Pocono's in a couple of weeks. Heck yeah, we rolling. All right, what's up?
Oh God, you're actually going to Pocono?
No, I'm not going to Pocono. Just they race at Pocono in like a month or two. So.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. Well, how do you deal with stress? How do
I deal with it? So this will be a little bit of a story, and I don't want to somber any tones, so I won't. And basically because of the story, like this story is an exact example of why I don't like the somber tones or anything like that. So About a year or more ago, I learned that I believe it's my dad's aunt, who she's actually super young. So she's actually like, I think she was actually younger than him. Like my great aunt and uncle got busy real late for some reason, and they oh man, it was crazy. But she was the youngest, and so I learned that she had about a year and a half ago. Yeah, she got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and it was difficult. I mean, she wasn't really the one who was around. She was kind of that type where she was out doing her own thing. She was being her, and whenever the cancer hit her, I feel like it kind of put things in perspective for her, and she came around a lot more. She was with us. And like I said, it was about a year and a half. They gave her, I think, when did we last see her? This must have been before. This must have been summer last year when we last saw her. They didn't think that she would. They didn't say she would even make it like Halloween. But she made it past that. Went to Disneyland with her family, and unfortunately passed before Christmas. But there was one thing, I never really got to talk to her a lot, and didn't know her all that well. But in that little while that we did, and she came around and we got to talk to her a whole lot, I connected with her on, I didn't understand how she would deal with it, how she dealt with it. She had 2 twin daughters, one of which has a rare disease where she lost both of her legs and all the tips of her fingers on one hand. The only finger that she has that is completely filled. See, like if you take your hand and literally bend them all the way back where only the last digit, like from where your knuckle is up to your first digit in your hand, that's what all her fingers look like, except for the thumb on her right hand. That's how she was born. She never had legs. She never had fingers. So it wasn't really. She didn't see it as a disability for herself. And she learned from her mom, as I did. She took everything with a grain of salt. She took everything as a ulterior meaning. She saw everything in a different light, and she thought to herself, and she told me this. She was like, "I know that I'm not gonna make it, and I know I'm gonna die soon. So why exactly would I stare death down and be scared about it? Why do I need to? Why in anything do I need to be scared about it?" And when she goes, when I could just make the best of it. So, and what she did, and this has led some people to not like me because I do this, because it helps me out sometimes, is she joked. She joked constantly. She joked about everything. She joked about her cancer. Her and her daughter would joke about her not having legs or fingers. They would make a joke about anything just to put a smile on everyone's face. And because they never wanted everyone to feeling bad. They never wanted a pity party. That's one thing that she always hated, was a pity party. She would rather have an actual party where everyone is actually having fun and not putting on a face. And she goes, those are the best kinds. And when you can get people to be like that, that's how you know. And I'm like, okay. So now basically anything that happens to me, yeah, I may be down in the dumps sometimes. I may get that way, but I never want to throw a pity party. I never try to come to everyone with all, and some people say it's a bit like you kind of bottling it up. And sometimes I do that. She was a master at this. She did this her whole life. I've only done this for like the past year. So she was better at it than I ever will be. But I seem to bottle mine up sometimes. And PJ's is one of the people who knows it, because the other night I had a lot of stress coming down on me, and we were in VRChat. It was late, and a couple of people had been drinking, and we were all hanging out, and I know a lot of people had heard about what happened in early February when my grandma suddenly passed away in her sleep on Super Bowl weekend. That was really difficult to deal with, especially because all of December and halfway through January, she was here. She stayed with us here at our house. And out of my household family, at least, I was the last one who got to see her because I was off that day, had nothing going on, and everyone else had work in school. So I got to see her, and I got to take her bags out with her and everything. And I was the last one that at least got to see her face to face. That was hard for me to deal with. And a couple of nights ago, like I was saying, there was a lot of stuff that had been building up that I knew about, and it was just on my mind, and it was kind of wearing on me. And I don't remember, somebody said something while we were in the world, and it kind of just was an outburst. I kind of just let everything out then and there for about an hour and a half, which I apologized for, but everyone told me not to apologize. But I hate sombering the mood like that. That's just one of those things I picked up from my great aunt. Was why make the mood somber when we could have fun? It's not necessarily turning a blind eye to it, but it's taking that, knowing that that's a thing, having that with you, and taking that through the fun with you. I have been really stressed out over the past couple of months, over a culmination of different situations. But as far as how I deal with the stress, I never, stress is always there for everyone, and hardships are always there for everyone. There's a difference in how people deal with it, because I recognize the stress. Some people have told me that I kind of turn a blind eye to it. I recognize the stress is there. I recognize the problems are there. I recognize the concerns. I don't let those control me, though. I let them be there, and I know that I have to deal with them, and I know I have to do something about it. But I don't let that control my life, because if you let it control you, that'll be the only thing you think about. And until it's resolved, or maybe it's never resolved, you're gonna feel terrible. It's not gonna be a good time. Which is, I don't put my hopes up too high for about anything. My hopes are always ground level. Literally, like I said, back to my when I joined the Discord, my hopes were ground level. That was my ceiling. My ceiling was the floor. But I recognize that all of it's there. But I don't let that take the reins. I have control over me and what I do. I have my plan. I know what I want to do. I know what my plan is. I have, and it may not be well written out, and a lot of it will probably be improvised, because I'm not gonna, stick to an itinerary, because something's gonna go wrong somewhere and it's gonna throw it all out of whack. So I leave room for improv, Mm-hmm. So I know what I want to do, and I have the plan, and I have it set up. But the stress is always still there. The doubt in the back of your mind of, is this good enough? Is this going to be good enough? Are you going to be able to do enough? People deal with it in certain ways, different ways. I deal with it as, I recognize it, but I still have the reins. I still have the control. You can take a back seat to it, because I'll deal with you later. And I'll deal with you when I'm ready to. And I'll always put a smile on for everybody. I'll always try to cheer up anyone I can. I'm always there to lighten the mood. People come to me for help sometimes. I'm always there to try to put a smile on anyone's face I can. That's my worth. That's my worth to the community, is I try to put a smile on everyone's face. And if I can do that, then it's all been worth it. any bit of stress I go through, if making a group of people happy, if making a group of people think about what they're going to do, and maybe they don't go through with something that would be terrible, and I have an influence there, even if it hurts me and stresses me out or causes me any sort of insignificance, and like it's something insignificant to me, and like it's gonna hinder me in any way, but it helps others and helps somebody else get through something, then I do it at the drop of a hat. I've done it before. I do it all the time. I'm all for it because my worth to the community is I want to make everybody happy. And maybe one day, as you know, I share my love with everybody. I don't expect anything in return, but by God, have people given me stuff. It's crazy because I don't, like I said, the floor is my ceiling. The floor is my ceiling. All of this is just extra, man. I feel like the moon floating in space. I'm surrounded by literally everything. I don't know what to do with it. I don't really know how to deal with it because I've never had it. But and back to your original question though about how you deal with stress, don't let it control you. Don't let it be the one that takes the reins, because once you relinquish control, it's hard to get that control back. It's a tough process to get it back because I've done it. I've had that happen, and the experience with my great aunt and with my grandma recently, it's I've been able to take that and not hide it, but deal with it. Not move on from it, but take the situations, things I've learned, the event itself, take everything that's happened and take that with me, learn from it, and bring it with me to all my other situations. I don't move past it. I take it with me. And it's harder to do that, but it's a lot more worth it. And, you know, not letting that stress take over is the biggest key. I mean, sometimes it's hard, and sometimes, you know, maybe you have the reins, but stress puts a hand on it and acts like they're going to take it from you. You gotta pull through that. You all you gotta do, man, is just you gotta stay strong with it and keep your head on your shoulders. Because once you start let that little voice in the back of your head start talking to you and start making the decisions instead of you making the decisions, at that point, you know, if it gets to there, ask for help. People in this community will flood to you. I mean, it is insane.
Yeah.
This community is awesome just for that. But
I've actually experienced that too recently.
Sorry, I kind of rambled on.
No, it's okay.
The reason why I asked you this, fan, is because now I want to preface this with I'm kind of gonna go on a rant here too. It's the whole reason I asked, because everything that you just said, literally everything, for me, is the opposite of what I do in a negative way. And what I mean by that is, like, this past week and a half, I have done nothing. I've lost motivation for absolutely everything. And everything that I do that would make me happy is not making me happy anymore. And it sucks because even with streaming and stuff, I streamed, you know, Monster Hunter with JT Senpai. I was miserable for the first 40 minutes because I was stressed. I was paranoid because tech wasn't working. And what about this? And what about this? And, you know, you're in the broadcaster mindset, you know, professionally. You're just like, oh, this, because I've always been told, always with any broadcast, if something's broken, you fix it, you make it work. So whenever it's not working, that then follows me even to my hobbies, and that paranoia, that stress, that constant, oh my God, this is not working, this is not working. And then you compile that on the fact, you know, that I'm 1 percentage point away from failing math, and I don't have motivation to do math homework at all anymore because it's broken me down into tears 4 times now. So I just literally don't want to do it to not go through that, you know, mental thing again. And just other things that compile together, you know, getting stressed for the baseball broadcast now, and then like it also starts to escalate, and you start looking at the big picture. Now I'm like, well, what am I going to do about internships this summer? And how am I going to get an internship? Because I hate driving. I'm terrified of driving. What am I going to do for the football, in the fall? Like, things that are far away, the Nags documentary, my excitement for that is now being replaced with stress and paranoia. It honestly is. And it's horrible because I'm so excited about doing this. And I know deep down I am so excited, but then that little voice, remember how you were saying that little voice? Well, I let that voice control me constantly. And it honestly pisses me off because I know I shouldn't let that happen. And I know it's not me, but it's just always there. It's like, well, what about this? What about this? What if this doesn't go right? What if you can't get this? What if this doesn't go? And this and this and this. And then it just keeps piling on and piling on. And I let that control me. Again, this past week, I come back from my classes and I literally lay in bed and I stare at the ceiling, or I'm on Discord. I do nothing productive. I've done nothing beneficial to my health. I've been eating horribly the past week and a half, and I feel terrible about that because I'm constantly in a cycle because I think, oh, I'm sad. Let me go eat a bunch of really bad food that tastes good to make me feel better. And then that then makes you feel bad because, oh, I just ate that and I feel guilty. And then the cycle continues because then you feel guilty, you feel bad, you think it'll make you feel better. And just all these things put together, even going to see the counselor on campus and everything. I have to learn to be able to cope with that. That's exactly why I wasn't on the VRYou podcast today before this, because today was horrible. And I will honestly say that it was abysmal, and I did not want to come on here with the way that I was not only 2 hours ago, because I was a mess and I was punching things and I was letting out my stress and all these different outlets that I'm trying to cope with it. You know what I mean? And I am not good at coping with things, and I never have been. I let one little tiny stress escalate into a snowball of things, and that's just the way I have always been. And the thing is, in a way, it's almost kind of selfish because it's not like I'm dealing with, like, the only thing I've had to deal with is, family death, which is horrible, but it's not like I'm in so many of the community situations where people are losing houses and they're losing their jobs and they're, these horrible things and like, oh, it's surgery and this and this and this and this. And then I look at my stuff and I'm like, I know that it's minuscule compared to everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm in college. Yeah, I'm going to be in debt, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, it's funny. I'm able to look at myself and I'm able to admit this. I'm able to say, like, Tyler, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you being like this? Like, why are you acting like this? And I say, let's get up, let's do stuff, let's be excited, let's go kick the baseball broadcast butt, let's go do this, let's go knock out other things with this, let's go do the podcast on Mondays, do your math homework, kick it, do everything. But then my body says no, and I give in to my body all the time, even whenever I know I could be doing so much and I don't have to be like this.
I get you, man. And I 100% understand, because when I first joined this community, I kind of got complacent.
I get it, man. I get it.
I got pretty complacent with it. I actually lost my job a few months ago, and in January my financial aid got messed up, and I got removed from all of my college classes for this semester. So now I have to wait until the summer to take my courses, and now I'm a semester behind in my criminal justice. I'm pursuing criminal justice. I got complacent being on here a lot, and I basically sucked myself dry. I threw out stuff everywhere. I was really careless, and that killed me. That actually killed my my account. And now I'm still job searching. I have a couple of places that of course, they, set your application in for review for a couple of days, and then they get back to you later on. I've been going up to places. I've got my schedule set up. I know what I'm going to do over the summer, and then what I'm going to be taking for the next semester after that. I know everything that's going to happen. Right now, I feel like I'm just here. I'm just kind of sitting. And it sucks. It sucks because I know what I could be doing, and I know what I should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I have to do is I have to wait at this point. I'm in a waiting game, and it sucks to be in that. And as far as all your stress and everything that you're going through, it's all about the lens that you see everything through as well.
Yeah.
The scope that you see life through, and the scope that you see everything through. I've learned to see everything as, obviously, in the knee-jerk reactions. It's always a bad thing. Whenever something bad happens, a knee-jerk reaction is to immediately the despair that follows it. But what it takes, and what I've learned to be able to do, is be like, okay, step back, pause time for a second, look at it in hindsight. Look at it. How is this going to work? What can I do to improve from this? How can I take this with me and make myself better and do better for others and for myself? What can I do? Given my tools here, given my tools, whether they be good or bad, how can I turn it into a positive? What can I do? How can I take this with me to move it into something else? My grandma's death, what about that is positive in the slightest? What about that is positive at all? And that was my mindset. Taking a step back, being able to connect was the positive. I'm able to connect with people on that and help them. A pair of pajamas, great guy. He's had the similar problems way before I did. I can connect with him on that. We can talk about it. We could be there for each other now and know what the other one's feeling, how the other one's dealing with things, what they're going through. The ability to connect with people on that level and be there for others in their time of hurt because you experienced it as well. That's a positive I could take from it. It's all about putting it in hindsight and seeing it for not on the surface, but taking it back and being like, how can I use this to be better for someone else, or to make someone else's day better, to further someone else? Maybe someone's on the edge because of something like this, and I can use it to walk them down off that. Or I can use this to better myself as a person and see myself in a different light. Maybe I should have been more like this when they were here. Maybe I should dedicate to being more like that now. Being all that hindsight, all it takes is a step back and just to visualize where you're at. And it's hard to do because it takes a bit of concentration to be able to sit back and do that. And you got to be acquainted with yourself. You got to know, and it's difficult. It's difficult and it's hard to do because it's so easy to give in to the stress and just say screw it and flop down. It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Which is exactly what I've been doing for the past week and a half. Literally, that's exactly what I was doing. And it's
I've
funny
done it too,
if
man.
my dad was here. If my dad was here right now, because he's not dead. He's just in Vegas. He lives in Vegas. If he was physically here right now, he would tell me something that he told me my entire life, and unfortunately I never listened to that. He says, Tyler, there's a fact box and an emotional box. He said, so let's look at you and your stress with everything and how people look at you, because I'm paranoid about what people think of me, especially with broadcasting and stuff and being put out in that. I know Nags, I don't know if he's still listening, but I know, Nags will tell me, you're fine, everything, because from whenever I talked to him and interviewed him and stuff. But it's the fact that, well, first of all, the fact box and the emotional box. He says the fact box is you're announcing baseball, right now in the spring, and you're going to be announcing football on TV in the fall. He said, now what's your emotional box? Your emotional box right now, your response is, oh my God, what about this and what about this? Oh, I'm so scared, and this and this and this, I'm scared. And he said, instead, it should be, oh my God,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kick butt. I'm gonna show everyone what I can do. I'm gonna do this and and love it because it's what I've been wanting my whole life. And then I step back and I'm like, he's right. But at the same time, that little voice in the back of your head is constantly like, what are people going to think of you? Because these are random strangers that are watching you, not even necessarily for you, but for the game. They're watching the game. You are just strictly an explainer, essentially, of the game. If your personality shines through, that's great. But if you mess up, you have thousands of people on your back hounding you for something that you've done. And that's what makes me paranoid, is that what if I mess up? What about this? Because with you guys, with my streams, whatever, if something gets messed up, everybody jokes about it because they know me, because you guys are my friends. Everyone that watches are my personal friends, all of you in the attack community. But say if a random stranger comes in, they're not going to look at that. They're not going to know me. They're going to look at strictly about what is physically happening, and they're going to judge based off of that. And that's hard for me. I handle criticism horribly. If there's 36 likes on my video, which there's 36 likes on one of my videos, and it's just, it's stupid. It's really stupid. If you look at it,
you were cutting out after you set 36 likes.
Oh, I said I have 36 likes on that one video, and there's one dislike. And I am paranoid about that one dislike. You know what I mean? It's stupid. It's so stupid. But I handled just it's stupid to look at that 36 people that love it and that one dislike. But it's just that constant. Well, what did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I did. What could I do better? And blah, blah, blah. And you get those doubts in your head. And I have to work on that. And especially I have to learn that if I am going to go into a field where everyone can hear me, everyone can see me, you're out to the public constantly, you have to be able to deal with criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be really, really, really hard
Besides that point, what you just explained, everything you two have said so far, I've actually been in and passed through it. So I can really relate, and it makes me think of the past, like, a lot right now.
Yeah, and Thelv, it's not something that you can pick up and just roll with. What I was saying, as in like, being able to not let that take control, and you still have the reins and be like, look, I can deal with you because looking through a different lens, those stresses and doubts may turn into something positive to make you even better. That kind of stuff isn't something that you just pick up and go with. It's going to take some practice to do. Like, you're going to have to, have some situations where you're kind of like, even everyday life things where you're kind of like, well, shoot, why did that happen? And then you kind of look back and be like, well, if I take a step back for a second, maybe because something crappy happened, maybe it's not even that big a deal. And you're just kind of like, let me step back. What can I take from this? Hey, maybe I get a funny story out of it. Maybe it'll make someone's day. Maybe I could take this and learn for the future reference. Anything like that. It just starts with small stuff, because the big things are the ones that are the hardest to do that with. And once you're able to nail that down, once you're able to get that down and go with it, bro, you can't be touched. I mean, you could be touched, because trust me, I still get stressed out. I still have my moments. Like I said, literally 3 days ago, I just broke down like a little crybaby in VRChat. Well, we don't talk about that. But
I actually,
but I mean, it's just something, It's just something. It's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. But the ability to not let it control you is something you have to work on. And Thelv, if you ever need any help, man, you can always DM me for advice on anything.
Oh,
if you ever need to talk.
I know. Yeah, it's just even with the last game, that I did. Everyone,
Lusa? Just for the record, you can always DM me too, buddy.
I know. I know I can DM everyone, and I know that it's funny. I'm okay with being alone. This is a quote that I heard from someone a few days ago, and it totally applies to applies to basically all of us at some point. Like, I'm okay with being alone sometimes, but I don't like the feeling of being lonely. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
This community, definitely alleviates that. And even with last week, it's funny because, well, not last week, the last game that I did,
Nags listened to it. I know some other people listened to it. A lot wanted to listen to it that didn't see it that it was happening. So I guess I got a shameless self-promotion more for this Saturday. This Saturday is actually the next game. I don't know what time it is, but it actually is this Saturday. But anyway, going back.
All right.
Like,
Whenever that
I
is,
messed up.
whenever that is, just I'm gonna allow you to announce that in my server too.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just in case.
Heck yeah.
But last game, everyone listening thought it was great, you know, and it went awesome. Even though we were so cold that we couldn't feel our butts and our thighs after we were done, we literally couldn't walk. We were hobbling with the gear down off the press box because again, it's outside and it was like 20 degrees with the wind. It was horrible. So this Saturday, I'm gonna dress up really warm. But last Saturday, turns out I got almost every single person's name wrong, which is the bane of every broadcaster's existence, is to say names wrong, because you're saying them wrong the whole game, and you have family listening and you have friends listening. And I heard about this because at the announcers meeting, one of the students said, by the way, it's not this, it's this. You were doing this the entire game, and everyone was like, this is wrong, and everyone hated it, and people were getting mad. And of course, that made me paranoid again, because I'm like, oh my god, now everyone hates me. Blah, blah, blah. And then I go, and I asked a member of the team, I said, hey, can I sit down with you and go over name pronunciation for the next game? He goes, oh, sure. And I said, yeah, I said the whole team was mad at me. I want to say sorry to all of you guys. I truly am sorry. And he goes, dude, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I heard that everyone was pissed at me and they were like going to do a witch hunt. And he said, oh no. He said, you mean like the team that was watching the film? They said, oh yeah, they kind of said your name wrong, but like people weren't mad. And it's that kind of stuff where like people will take that. And of course me thinking that it was the end of the world, and it actually wasn't, you know, because of the misinformation that was relayed to me.
Yeah.
And now I know for next game to go down to the coach, you know, and go over pronunciation before the game. And I do learn from that, you know, and it's good to learn from that, because that's why we're here at college. We're here to mess up. Everyone's here to mess up. You know what I mean? That's why you're here, to learn from your mistakes. And that's something that I need to work on, but something that I'm also already working on, because I know that you can benefit from that, because you can, for the rest of your life, you can now know, hey, name pronunciations, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of names, Dune, never call me I'm nothing but a daddy ever again.
Who?
That is
That's
Yoy
Yoy.
from the fan Discord, who always, every single time I join in there and they're there, call me nothing but a daddy. I am not your dad. You guys pull out all the BS that you tell nags and like joke about with nags, and you give it to me. Why? Why you do this? Why you do this to me? I'm not a lolicon. Nags is. Nags likes the lollies. Nags is dad. I'm not dad. Stop calling me dad. I swear to God, if like I have given 2 people in the in our private Discord my address to send me stuff. I swear, if I get a spaghetti monster devotion book, I'm throwing it outside and I'm burning it and recording it for Twitter.
Oh jeez.
If I get one, I'm burning it for Twitter.
Oh my god.
All right.
Well, hey,
just for the record, I want to say something to the entire stream. You guys have probably read my letter that I posted on Twitter.
Dude, that thing has like 50 retweets and like over like 150 likes, man.
Yeah.
I've shared so much. That's awesome.
About that, a lot of things I didn't talk about in there because I didn't want to make it about me. But I've been through a lot more than I ever talked about in this community. And I just wanted to tell all of you, like, if you ever need someone to talk about whatever, I've probably already experienced it. Like, literally. It's that bad. So if you need someone to talk to about that, just hit me up. I'm here for you.
And we're all here for everyone. It's a giant spider web, essentially. Like, Lusa, you're telling everyone that you're there to listen. You know, I say like, I'm here for you, and you know, I messaged like to Jessen yesterday to see how he was doing, because he was kind of sad. And then he called me because I was sad, you know. And everyone literally helps everyone. It's a beautiful spider web.
Hashtag supports.
Yeah, I actually had that with Recon like not too long ago. We were both.
I don't even know what it is.
We were both sad, and we just decided, okay, we're gonna play Dark Souls because we're sad.
Oh.
And then we ended up streaming it, and that was fun. So
I just want to like digress. I just want to scroll up. Yeah, I want to scroll up to a couple of minutes ago. Whenever Nags thought I didn't see when he put in chat, Fan is actually somewhat smart. I am shocked. You know what?
Oh yeah.
You know what? You know what? Just because I'm from the South doesn't mean I can't say smart things sometimes, all right?
Sometimes.
All right. Well, most of what I say is slang and no one gets it, no one understands. But, I mean, I could say good things sometimes. I mean, come on. Give me more credit than that.
Fighting words.
You can give me more credit than that. Yo, them fighting words? Yo, come on. Nags, you got a Hapu, I got a Hapu. Let's square up in VRChat. I got you.
Unfortunately I have to go because Duff will be closing soon at my college. But I really do not regret coming in here, you know, halfway through or near the end, because I really needed this. Honestly, I really needed this venting session to just say everything that's been on my mind, because I haven't said it verbally to like a lot of people, you know what I mean? And to be able to share this with everyone that, you know, I'm close with, and everyone that's, you know, listening, because everyone is, it's good, you know, it's good to just let it out, because and just
I hope anything I told you helped at all.
All right, I'll just say it like this, Tyler.
Yes.
If anything is ever bothering you and you feel like not coming on the podcast, just do it. Just do it.
Okay.
You can talk to us about it on the podcast.
Okay. I didn't want to, because I was so miserable. I didn't want to, because, like, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, I vented, but I mean, if it was 2 hours ago, I would have been, like, angrily, like, yelling and all this stuff, which would have just been very detrimental to the whole thing. But yeah, so I just, I'm gonna try to be productive. I'm gonna do things. I'm gonna announce this Saturday. I'm gonna be super proactive in prep work. I'm gonna try to do my best, you know, as always, but actually nail it down. And I hope you guys listen. I really do. It means a lot.
You know what I'll do? I'll just message you every now and then, ask you if you're doing all right.
Thanks, man.
And if I feel like you're not feeling all right, then I'm just gonna call you, and you're gonna have to accept, because I'm gonna keep calling you.
Oh no.
You know, the best part of this podcast was pre-podcast, whenever we were sitting there, and RayZay told me, he said, "That's all right. We're just gonna probably make this one shorter, like between an hour and an hour." It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we are still sitting here.
And for the first time, it's my fault because I jumped in here. It's actually my fault this time.
No, it's not.
Oh, come on, it's always it's Thelv. It's always the guest's fault. It's always my fault. Come on.
I'm gonna do my
just blame me. You guys are the famous ones. I'm the fan account. Blame me.
I'm gonna do my little bit of run. I earlier, right before the podcast, I was like, I kind of want to cancel the podcast. I feel like my day ahead of me is going to be absolutely really bad. Because tomorrow I have the second most worst hospital appointment of my life. Getting yellow dye injected into my blood and lights shone in my eyes for 6 hours.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've been really anxious about that.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm actually kind of anxious too about Wednesday. I haven't talked about that. First 30 minutes instantly cheered me up, and then all of the support. This episode is amazing. If there's still time, I'd like to talk about something too, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, all of you know, I have to find a new place, sadly. And this Wednesday, I'm actually gonna hear when and how and where I'm gonna go. So
Heck yeah, man.
I'm gonna hope that's good news.
Heck yeah.
And I'm kinda anxious for that. So yeah.
Yeah, man, you good. Hey, and if you ever need anything, you know better than anybody, this community will rally around somebody that they love.
Yeah.
I mean, all you gotta do, bro,
Yeah, they've done that.
Put your story out there.
They've
we'll
done
be
that
there
with
for
me
you.
like twice now. It's fucking insane.
Yo, third time's a charm. What you want?
Yeah.
Yee!
Exactly. There
What
you
the
go.
hell was that?
That was our patented Miley. I'm never doing that again, by the way. So somebody better clip that because I'm never doing it again.
Either way, I'd like to promote the support squad. We actually made a Discord and it's going to release soon, so everyone can
that's
join
cool.
that.
I didn't even know what the support squad was, but then Butterfly was after whenever Thelv asked this question and I answered, she was like hashtag support squad. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, support. Woo!
So support squad is basically just a few of us people that help other people out. So
Heck yeah, man.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Is that Hex I see in the chat? I know I've seen you a couple different times. I haven't got to comment on it though. That Hex in the chat? What up, Hex? Hex is all right. They annoy me in TTT, so I shoot her in the face. But you know, she's okay.
I actually got
She's
to take a
alright.
picture of Hex in VRChat a few days ago, standing next to a fucking penguin.
Oh, I want to see that.
I'll post it in a podcast VC text.
This was
let me actually
this was
find
the
it.
same night she pinned me. She pinned me in a bathtub in TTT, and then somebody threw a smoke grenade, and then she shot me in the face and riddled my body.
Wow.
We should say. Yeah, thanks, Hex.
Where can I find this?
Oh,
I think this was the same night. If Nags is still here, we played. We may or may not have played some tabletop, to say the least. Tabletop simulator.
Ah, there it is.
Nags knows exactly what that game was. That was great.
There it is. I posted in.
oh my god. my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't call me a lolly looter. Tabletop was fun, Nags, and we need to play it more because you haven't. Well, then again, I haven't been on since until like 5 o'clock in the morning for the past couple of nights. But you know, at some point, I would like to play tabletop with you again, or maybe TTT because I've actually never played that with you. But I don't know if Hex told you about the Discord that that you made. And you could, I don't know if Hex has even invited you to it, but you could always ask Hex for an invite to that. Come in there, and then you get the pings whenever we do TTT or TTS. You could, and then feel free to come play whenever you're free. I mean, by all means, man. You're always welcome to come play. It's your, hey, you started the dadgum community. I mean, it may have blossomed, it may have blossomed after you created it, but yo, talk about a catalyst. You're always welcome. Always welcome to come play.
To actually quote Butterfly on that, like what she said, we are the ones who rally the troops and make people aware of others who need love and the support the most. Yeah, that's basically what we do. And I love it.
Yeah.
What?
I'm actually one to kind of support anyone, big or small, like voice crack. Yeah. I don't really care how serious or how little your issues are. Like, if there's anything wrong, just talk to me about it. I'll talk to you. I don't care. Anyone.
Max, don't you awe me. The only reason I want you to play a TTT is so I can finally get the chance to shoot you in the video game, and then the only reason I want you in TTS is so I can show you that I'm better than you at Uno.
Recently,
Give me that Give me the belt. It's my belt.
To quickly continue on about that, recently I actually stayed up till like 4, almost 5 a.m. for someone, so who I won't mention because I don't think they'd want that.
Yeah. you're
But
good.
basically, yeah, that's how far I would go. That's how serious I am about that.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
He, whenever that thing went down a couple days ago where I broke down and I was talking to Pajamas, Ian,
Yeah.
Faybells, there was a couple of the people in there that we stayed up till about 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And that was about I'd say a good hour to maybe hour and a half of talking, and then 45 minutes of tears. Those were helped me out a little bit. You know, I will admit I felt like a bitch, but you know, it's whatever. I I cried a little bit too much, but I had some stuff built up. I had made the mistake of trying to build things up and kind of ignore it rather than take it with me and deal with it like I normally do. Because this is kind of a different beast that I never tackled before. So I dealt with it a little differently, shouldn't have, and now I know. So, hey, but anything that the support squad can do, I made you cry. I'm sorry, Faye, and don't tell people that because they will persecute me if they know I made Faye Bells cry. I am sorry. I'm going to be persecuted for that.
Basically, what Butterfly is saying right now, we do that, and we do things individually. Some of us.
Yeah.
But that's what we all do together. Like, we just spread the word and throw love their way.
Yeah, so...
yeah, Aurora named us.
Hey, if... I don't know how much longer Ray wanted or can stay. I have no idea. I figured it was going to be shorter. I have no mind making this a longer podcast, but, you know, hey, whatever. I mean, I'm just at this point, I'm looking forward to the next one where I can be on. And you can get Fan with special guests, airplanes and birds. The only thing we're missing is we got the birds, we got the planes. Next thing we need is Superman, and then we got the trio.
Well,
so,
we are getting Superman on.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's nothing but a fan. So, you know how it goes. All right, let's do this.
We are getting Superman on.
We are getting Superman? Oh,
yeah,
God.
Curry.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I have not had that many interactions with Curry. Funny Curry story. One of the first times I met him.
I'm actually really close to Curry.
I'm not. I've seen him only a couple times. I follow him on Twitch, though. I pop into his streams every once in a while. I was hanging out with Adam one night and his girlfriend, who was on, they both got on VRChat. We went to a yacht. And we were we were at the front of a yacht, and a couple of things had gone down. There was a lot of lasers. Curry may or may not have been Goku. So at one point, he switches back to his regular model, and Adam is at his regular model, and Ryan, the tomato, if we want to get some tomatoes in the chat for Ryan, because he was cool, he came up, and we were Nags, I don't think knows about this. This is actually going to be pretty cool for Nags, and you can make fun of Curry and Adam for this. Because I've actually been pretty close with Adam. Adam was like the first guy who was like up there with the people known in the community that ever really talked to me, and we played games together. He added me on Steam, and we hung out. It was awesome. I got to meet his girlfriend. It was actually really cool. Adam's an awesome guy. He's not a crap cop though. He's just a semi-terrible cop. So I was hanging out with Adam and his girlfriend, and Curry gets in and brought Ryan. So Adam is standing next to a pole, and I looked over and I looked down at Ryan, and it was perfect. It was like a scene out of a movie. I looked over at Adam, I looked over at Curry. They both looked at me. I looked down at Ryan. Ryan looked up. I said, "Yo, Adam, I bet you can't beat Curry in a stripper pole dance-off."
What did I just hear?
I got Adam and Curry to both dance on a stripper pole on a yacht in VRChat.
Oh my god.
And I will tell you right now, Curry won. Yo, Curry got sensual with that pole. He started spanking it. I didn't know what was going down. Oh, it was craziness. I looked down at Ryan. I'm like, Ryan, what is this? He just face palmed. I don't know what. It was actually great. It was actually great. That was one of those. That's one of those nights I probably won't forget, because I got to see two quote unquote famous people dance on a stripper pole at my beckoning, and stood next to Ryan, and we both watched it go down. It was a sad sight to see two grown men dancing on a stripper pole in a video game, but you know, it's it's one of those things I'll probably remember for a while.
I like how Demon Slayer got here just now.
I'm pretty sure Demon Slayer knows this story though, but it's all right. No, that's I think I saw Curry like 2 weeks later, and as soon as he saw me, he looked and he said, "It's you." And he pulled out his sword and he come chasing after me in the hub. And I was like, whoa, what is this? He goes, "I will smite you." And I'm like, whoa, calm down. What is this, man? And golly, it was insanity. It was great.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
I did it at the after party. Okay, we don't talk about me attempting the pole dance at the after party, okay? That never happened. There's no such thing as fan trying to pole dance at the Jessen's wedding after party.
I actually, to go further on Curry, I actually got to know him recently. Like, we talk pretty much every day at this point.
Yeah.
Spend time together every now and then, and it's just, he's such a great dude. Like, even privately, he's so nice. I just love him.
Heck yeah, he seems really like a down-to-earth guy who's about everybody.
He really is.
You know?
He really is. Yeah.
Yo, I'm nothing but a stripper. All right. All right, Yoy. All right, Yoy. You getting it now.
Yeah.
How does someone in desktop dance on a pole? It's called creativity, my friend.
Excuse me.
There was a lot of bobbing. There were a lot of emotes, and there was a lot of just kind of, you know, maybe I gave a lap dance or two. Okay, we're not talking
Just
about it though.
walked around the
That
pole.
didn't happen.
What?
All right, look. They wanted the moon man. What do you want from me? Everybody started rubbing my head like I was some sort of crystal ball, like I was gonna tell their future or some shit. I'm a red moon.
He's a moon, yes.
What am I gonna do? I'm a red moon. What do you want from me? They call me a knockoff of VRPill, and what do they do? They start rubbing my head to see their future. You know what your future is? It's called VRChat, and it's terrible. Not really. It's all right. But Jesus. I mean, I kind of added into the terribleness of VR because we may or may not have done an impromptu raid on a public world of the Great Pug and a bunch of Jar Jar Binks avatars while we played the the Tatooine jazz music. We played that song and we danced on stage at the Pug. That was the lowest point in my life. Next to Andis calling me a pedo. That's the lowest I've ever felt. I felt humiliated. You know, it didn't happen. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Say we try to not remember that. That's the lowest. That's one of those low points. I don't like talking about that. Good Lord, I do. I'm sorry what I've done to your podcast. It'll never be the same.
It won't.
If you ever want me back on this podcast, make sure it's a day where we're literally doing nothing, because we could go on for hours about this. As we've literally already done. But Ray, you've got important stuff tomorrow, man. I don't want to hold you up any more than we already have.
No, it's fine. Yeah, hopefully my eyes will be fine. If nothing sorted out tomorrow, I have to go down to London and I won't be able to go on podcasts for a while. So
well, I'm glad I could be on here with you. Maybe this will be the one where you leave, and then whenever I come back as a new guest, then you come back too, and it'll be like a special double reunion. Boom! It'll be great.
Well, I guess Thelv and I are gonna have to lead it for a while.
I hope everything goes well with you. I hope everything goes good, man.
I do know I'll be coming back home with an eye patch, so like a medical eye patch, so you can all call me fucking Weeb McGee or something.
Weeb McGee?
Yeah.
If I take off this eye patch, it unlocks my immeasurable power.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm nothing but an eye patch.
Yo, you're the real.
To go even further beyond.
They'll turn you into the real Weeb Jesus.
Nothing but an eye patch.
The weeb, Jesus.
Fucking weeb Jesus,
Oh.
heck yeah. Coming back to the same place, are you the same people from before? Technically.
What?
What, the same people from before? What?
All right, Ray. You got
What?
a big day tomorrow, bro.
Pirate Ray. Pirate
Yes,
Ray.
I've got a
Ray,
big day.
You got a big day, man. I've already taken up
Pirate
literally
Ray,
almost
yes.
2.5. I've already taken up 2.5 hours when this was supposed to be an hour long. So I apologize. And everybody else, what's good about this is now you can just go get something to eat. And as soon as you sit down with your food, depending on how long it takes you to eat it or make it, you can just sit down and turn on Nags' stream next, where we can watch him open many of boxes and talk about random things and get tilted at the smallest spaghetti monster book.
But of course.
You know, Fan, I've been watching lots of Linus Tech Tips. He's always sponsored, so if we ever get a sponsor, I'm gonna make you read the sponsor message.
Oh, I got you, bro. I have absolutely got you. Like, I'll just be sat here muted the entire time, and then literally for every podcast, you're like, "In a word from our sponsors," and I'll pop in. Yo, you know who it is? I'll get ready for these sponsors.
That would actually be kind of cool.
That would.
Yeah.
Oh.
We hear from the seagull restoration. We've had too many seagull memes going around. We got to cut this stuff down because seagull lives matter, and we can't be making fun of them all. Also, we have a GoFundMe to try to help Nags not look like a discount Pauly D. You know, we got.
I think he's still here. So.
Good.
Bro, literally one of the first things I ever tweeted at Nags was he tweeted a bunch of memes, and I was like, "Yo, you look like discount Pauly D." It was one of the first things I ever told Nags. One of the first days. It was good. I don't regret it though, because Nags is cool. He could take a joke. I can take a joke. It was always weird to me how similar me and him get made fun of. I get made fun of for my voice. He gets made fun of for his eyebrows. He gets called a lolicon. So do I. He just gets shit on the daily, and I get the same sort of shit on the daily. Why? I'm no Nags. I don't know why people want to make fun of me too, but hey, you know what? I can deal with it.
I know how
and
you
I
feel.
can dish it out.
I know how you feel now because I've been made fun of lately too, because someone on my stream keeps clipping me whenever I do stupid shit. Then whenever I see that person in VRChat, they just play the clip right in front of me.
Is discount Nags. Oh god.
I now know exactly how Nags felt. I feel so bad for him.
Yo, Nags, can I be discount Joey Bagels? I want to be Fans 21. Like, can you make me the official Fans 21? I've got the profile picture to go with it and everything. Who's discount Pauly D? Nags. You ever see? It was like bootleg Pauly D, bro. Seen them eyebrows? Come on now. Fan is discount Pauly D? Oh shoot. I'm a fan of the discount Pauly D. I'm discount bootleg Pauly D. That's some sad shit right there. That's terrible.
You're already bootleg Hank Hill, so how's that gonna work?
I'm a bootleg. I'm a discount bootleg. How you get a bootleg at a discount? What is this?
I don't know.
Super bootleg at discount.
So that would mean Nags is Hank Hill.
What? No? I do think we should put a dot behind it. It's been a while.
I think. Wait, what did you say? I completely zoned out for a second.
I said I think we should put a dot behind it. It's been a while and we kind of ran out of things to talk about, you know.
I have so much chocolate!
And I don't think we should ramble about nothing and everything.
Yeah, we've divided. It is literally. Is this the longest podcast?
Has questions yet?
No, last
Yeah, I
time.
asked all my questions.
Last time was the longest because that was literally 3 hours.
Did he ask me any
This is
questions?
almost 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I asked all of you very simple questions. Like,
They do.
accept my friend request, or when can I be
Oh.
an admin, or all that, you know?
But of course.
Simple questions.
Yeah.
What of course you can.
But of course.
All right. So I just, hey, thanks for bringing me on. I appreciate even being able to be allowed on here, especially after the cast that I'm coming after, you know, with Trapman, Dog,
Yeah.
Nags, and Recon and all that. Yo, I would be ecstatic to come back and do this again.
But
Yeah.
of course.
Definitely.
Well, we
I
would
don't know
have
how
to
much
be-
fun you guys had, but I had a little bit of it.
All kinds of.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
so
nice.
much fun.
It was nice.
Oh.
I wish I
It's
could
always
share my
it's
thoughts
always
with you
fun to
guys.
do this. So
Heck yeah.
I mean, having any guest back on is always fun because every time we have a guest on,
it's always fun,
Yeah.
yes.
But of course.
every time we have a guest on, we become closer to the guest. We become friends with them, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Then
Heck yeah.
we have them back
Of
on, and it
course.
gets better. So yeah, I think we'll end it here because I'm very tired and I've got a long day ahead of me,
Heck yeah, man.
and I'm pretty
Before we
sure we're all
go,
getting
can I get a
tired.
fans 21 in the chat? Give me a fans
No.
21 as we go.
No.
Fans 21 as we do the intro. Here we go. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Ray.
Anyway, this has been season 2, episode 2 of the VRYou podcast. It's a fan account, and next week we have the conspiracy. Now, I know that Fatal has a huge truth to tell you all, and that is all I can tell you. Anyway, let's end the podcast here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Have a toasty
Adios.
day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Oh, that's perfect.